Hello, yoga friends. It's Linda Lou with Corporate Calm Yoga. We are here for day 10. Woo! We're a third of the way through our 30 days to get ourselves, our minds, and our bodies in better shape. So the theme for today is journey to a new journey. So whether you've been on an exercise journey or a spiritual journey for a long time, or whether you're just jumping on the train now, it's a new journey. It's a new place that we can take our bodies, take our minds. So I'm glad you're on this journey with me. We are going to start in child's pose. So feel free to set your bum on your feet and then start to bring your body forward. You can either have your knees wide or your knees close together. And if you can, try to get that forehead on the ground. I just like you to concentrate now on your breath. Take a deep breath in and sigh out any anxiety or any hard feelings you have towards yourself, any negativity. Breathe in good, clean air, life-saving air. And breathe out anything that isn't serving you, isn't serving your body, isn't helping you along in this journey. As you continue to just deepen your breath, just continue to think about things in your life that are fulfilling, that are moving you forward, that you enjoy. And then also think about things that you do that aren't moving your life forward right now. Do you have any habits that maybe you can get rid of, or maybe that aren't that positive? A lot of times we've used these habits as coping mechanisms to get through sometimes the drudgery of our life. Sometimes they can be anchors that are really weighing us down in life. So think about just coming back to the breath, knowing that this can be a very way to relieve stress and to make your body feel better. Just taking a few moments to yourself each day to concentrate on you, concentrate on how you're feeling, and validate those feelings. And breathe out any anxiousness. It's also a great way to come into your body, feel better in your body as well as your mind every day. Take just a few more deep breaths in and out here. And the theme for today, I just want you to think about that life is a journey, not a destination. We've heard that before. Let's just think that every day is a new opportunity to move our lives forward in a different direction. Move our lives really purposefully. So purposely, we're going to lay down on our backs. So get yourself comfortably on your mat. I'm always moving mine around since I'm hanging out on this carpet. That's just what we have to work with here. So, lay on down. We're going to put our left leg long and our right leg. We're going to bring our knee up towards our chest. Just taking a few deep breaths in to feel that nice stretch on our leg and on our hip. Feeling your shoulders firmly on the ground as you bring that right leg over towards the left. Anywhere towards the side is good. Feeling a nice stretch all along the IT band, into the hip, even the back gluteal muscles. And even for me, up into my chest, and even in my shoulder a little bit. All right, bring that right leg back in, hug it in for a moment, and bring it up long to meet your left leg. Grabbing that left leg with your hands cupped together right under your knee, bringing it in just a little bit closer towards your chest. Again, breathing into the stretch. Try to alleviate, helping those muscles stretch further by releasing our muscles here. All right, now grab that right hand and bring that knee over to the left. A couple of nice deep long breaths here. I'll bring that left leg back in, and we'll do this one more time on the other side. Bringing our right leg in towards our chest. And grabbing it with that left hand and bringing it all the way over to the side, really trying to keep both shoulders on the ground here. Bring that leg back in. Let's do that one more time on the other side. Bring that left leg in. And stretching all the way over to the left. It's nice to kind of take our time when you're first starting your first couple of moves in yoga. When you jump right into it, your body really isn't awake yet, and that's how we can really hurt ourselves. All right, so bring both of those legs back down. We're gonna pop our nice little cute bodies up and coming to cat and cow. So as we push our chest forward, we bring our chest through our arms. We're tipping the lower part of our abdomen down towards the ground while our tailbone is straight up. Our hands are directly underneath our shoulders. And then we're breathing in as we come into cat pose. Just trying to curve our back, our spine, low like a cat can do. This is healing not only for the spine, but where the spine kind of connects to the sit bones. And we're using our breath as we breathe in as we come up as a cat. And then breathe out as we come down as a cow. Just do that one more time. Just gonna move around this way. Now we're gonna come into bird dog. So like really make sure that your hands are directly under your shoulders, your knees are directly under your hips. And bring that left leg back and that right arm forward, keeping it on the ground at first, and then bring that leg straight up. Try to be on a straight line here. Making sure we use our breath to keep our muscles active. Bring both back down. Now let's do that on the other side. So bring our right leg straight back, and then our left hand forward, and then lifting that back leg. And feel free to keep that leg pointed in the back. You can flex it, but really more of a straight arrow. You're kind of trying to stretch as far forward and as far backwards as you can here. All right, now bring that down. My friend Jen says, do a little disco kitty here, where we're moving our hips around. Just kind of shake that out. Do that another time on the other side. And this time we'll come into grabbing our foot if that's in your practice, but if that's not in your practice, then we'll do bird dog again the exact same way. So we'll bring that foot back and that arm straight forward. Take a breath here to stabilize yourself, then bring that right arm over to the side. Kick that back leg up so you're bending that knee, and then you're bringing both of your hand and your foot closer together. Having a nice curve in our lower back. For me, I really need to have a drishti whenever I'm doing balance poses, which this definitely is a balance pose. All right, then bring both straight forward and both back down to the ground. Let's try that again on the other side. So bringing our right leg back and our left hand forward. Bring that leg up, then bringing that hand straight over to the side. Make sure you balance yourself before you move on to the next thing. And then that knee up, bring that hand around to meet that knee. And then just kind of bring that foot a little bit closer towards your bottom. Remember to keep breathing here. Find your drishti and keep your balance. And then bring both straight back out, pull straight down. So we kind of wiggle that out just a little bit. I invite you to Come over into downward dog. Bring those hips straight up. And bring those hands out in front of you. Making sure we're really gripping with our hands, using your fingers, kind of almost cupping your palms here. So we're not putting as much weight into our wrist. We're putting more into our entire hand instead of just your wrist. Take a few deep breaths here. Walk out our dog just a little bit. Now bring your hands up to meet your feet. And come into Utkatasana. And come all the way up. All right, so now we're going to come down into chair pose and do a little bit of a flow here. So let's enjoy really firing up those leg muscles first. I'd like you to bend forward into forward fold, Utkatasana. Bring those hands straight forward. And if you'd like, for the first one, you might want to put your knees on the ground as we come into Chaturanga here. Bring our body straight down, up into either Cobra pose right here or into up dog. Bring those hips back into the air as we come back into downward dog. And bringing both feet forward, coming up into halfway lift, and coming all the way up. This time we're going to add on to that pose. So we're going to come into chair pose, come forward into Utkatasana, and then bring those hands on the floor. We're going to do something called standing split. So I'd like you to bring your right leg straight back. And if you can, straighten out that left leg. This is a great place for blocks. As you can see, my hands aren't going all the way to the ground here really well. So this would be a good place for a block. Bring both of those feet back together. Come back into forward fold. Bring those hands back. And then come down into Chaturanga. And then into up dog or cobra. And then back to downward dog. Take a few breaths here. Just to calm my mind. Bring your hands and your feet to meet each other. Come all the way up. We're going to do that standing split on the other side. You ready? All right, so bring our hands into chair pose. Bring our bottom straight back. Coming down into Utkatasana. This time putting those hands straight on the floor. So we're bending our knees at first. And like I said, this is a great place for blocks if you'd like. And then bringing that left leg straight back and up. Your head can be directly pointed down, or it can be up, whichever helps you better with balance. All right, bring both feet back together, and then bring those hands straight down. And feel free, if this is a lot for you, to come into your knees. It's a lot easier to do a flow with your knees on the ground. We're taking out some of the stress in our arms as you come back into downward dog. And bring both of your hands and feet to meet each other. Come on to halfway lift. And I'd like you to try, we're going to add on to our little thing and do a little bit further. So last time we did standing split, and you're welcome to do that again. But if you'd like to try a little balance pose with me, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to come off of my mat here just to make it easier for me. But we're going to use the blocks for this. So grab a block and put it into your right hand as you come down into chair pose first, and then come forward into forward fold, and bring that block straight out in front of you. We're going to have our foot directly facing that block, and then our right foot, and then our left foot is going to, our right arm is going to come up, and our left foot is going to come up. And this is called half moon. And feel free to keep your moon down here, moon here. But this is a nice balance pose. into chaturanga and flow this out. Up into up dog, and back into downward dog. Do that one more time on the other side. Bring both feet forward, grabbing that block into the left hand this time. I'm going to turn this way just to show it to you on this side. So come into chair pose. Come forward into forward fold. Bring that block straight out in front of you. Your left foot should be directly in front of the toes facing that block. And then start bringing the left leg straight up and the right arm straight up as well. And again, if this is a lot, then just do the standing split that we were doing before, which looks more like this. So either way, whatever feels more comfortable for you. All right. We're gonna flow that back out. Bring both hands down into plank pose. Come down into chaturanga. Bring yourself up into up dog. And down into downward facing dog. Two or three nice deep breaths here. Sometimes when we challenge ourselves with difficult poses, sometimes we can't do them, but that's the challenge of them. But eventually we will. So just keep at it every day. Come into halfway lift and then bring yourself all the way up. When I started teacher training, I couldn't do half moon. So don't feel bad if it's not something you can do yet. But just keep working on it a little bit every day. A lot of times these ones that I show you that are difficult, we're gonna come into mountain pose. Try them a little bit on your own after, or play the video over to try to learn how to do that particular pose. So because some of it's just a memory thing, you just gotta teach your body how to memorize. Not that you don't have the strength to do it. Sometimes it's just a little challenge with the muscle memory. So we're gonna bring our hands together. We're gonna spread our feet just a little bit further apart. Our toes are going to be facing outward, just a little bit further than hip distance. We're going to come back down into Malasana, where we're kind of seating, like we're sitting back in a chair, and then we're coming straight down. Again, if this is a Nasa Asana for you, so just bring yourself down to the floor either way. Taking a few deep breaths here. Okay, we're going to come down to the floor. We're gonna take ourselves down the river here a little bit and do a boat pose. We did these the other day. We were working on our core, so we're gonna work on our core a little bit more today. So first, just kind of have your knees bent and your feet out in front of you. Just your arms forward. As just even right here, we can feel our core engaging. If this is where you wanna stay, feel free to stay here. But if you'd like to bring your legs up, this is kind of level 2 boat pose, so just spend 1 or 2 seconds here. And then just bring your feet together. I'm just going to take a stretch to one side, and then a stretch to the other side. Now bring your feet back in front of you. Again, your knees are bent. Both sit bones are on the ground, but you're kind of coming to the back part of your gluteal muscles. And if this is enough for you, stay right here or bring the hands straight out. Or if you'd like to bring your feet up, this is kind of level 2. Take a couple of breaths here. And then if you'd like to straighten your legs, this is kind of level 3. So whatever you're feeling today, whatever feels good to you in your body. All right, then come back up and to seated. And we're just gonna stretch over to the right and stretch over to the left. And the good news is when we're on the ground, we're getting close to Shavasana. I just want to lay all the way flat on the ground. Just do one more hip stretch here as we're on our journey here. We're going to bring both of our legs in and bent. Keep both of your shoulders on the ground as you bend both of those knees over to your right side. Just feel free to put them right on the ground, or if they're in the air a little bit, that's fine too. Take a few breaths here, feeling that nice side stretch. Really stretching the waist, right under the ribs, and into the hips and the IT band. Right, bring both of those legs back up. Bringing both legs over to the left-hand side. Both shoulders are on the ground. Take a few breaths here. And then bring both of those legs back up. If you'd like to just do that one again, that's fine. Or if you'd like to bend your left leg over your right leg, and then bring both legs over. Or you can just do it the exact same way we did it last time, which was just both knees over to the right-hand side. And really try to take a deep breath here. It's hard because you're feeling all your internal organs really being kind of moved around in here. And these are all good. I mean, especially if you're not a regular person, all of these kinds of twists can be really good for your internal organs here and keeping yourself regular. So we're going to come over to the left. If you'd like, put one knee on top of the other and come over to that left-hand side. Yeah, yoga is kind of twisting out some of those internal organs, kind of sometimes getting things moving in our bodies. So if you're not overly regular and you're not drinking enough water and you're having trouble with some of that, sometimes doing some yoga can get things moving for our body. All right, bring both of those knees back up. I invite you just to continue laying down right now. Enjoy a little Shavasana as you just again concentrate on your breath. Feel the changes that you've made in your body by some of the good stretches that we've done today. Concentrate on taking long, deep breaths and nice, long exhales as well. As we talked about life being a journey, just remember that every journey begins with a single step. Hopefully you're enjoying this ride on the yoga train, and it's helping you to feel how amazing our bodies are and how amazing our minds are, what we're capable of. Continue to settle and make yourself feel even more comfortable. Just kind of melting into the earth, feeling the earth really supporting us. Knowing that the universe is there to support us, that God is there to support us through all that we do. And really just coming back to the breath helps us hear that inner voice that's helping to guide us in our life. For me, that inner voice, is my faith in Jesus Christ, but everybody you're on a journey to figure out what that inner voice is for you. I invite you to sit up. Just sit in a cross-legged position. Just like to leave you with a little quote from Rumi. And he says, "What you seek is seeking you." So whatever we're out there going after, whether it's positive or negative, it's what is going to come back to us. That's what that means to me. So I invite you to put your hands in prayer pose. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you every day and enjoying this yoga journey with me. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.